going to start by taking a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Big breath in. Big breath out. Big breath in. And big breath out. And we'll start with our toes, feeling the very tips of our toes, starting with either big toe or both big toes. Slowly moving out to the tip of the second toe, on to the tip of the middle toe, and into the tip of the fourth toe, and onto the tip of the littlest toe. Feeling both the sole side of the toe, perhaps against a sock, perhaps against the bottom of the inside of shoe or a boot or a sandal or a flip-flop or a slipper, moccasin, or perhaps feeling it against nothing but the bare floor, or perhaps even the earth. Moving on, not forgetting about the underside of the toes, remembering, but moving on to the nail side, the top of the toes, and feeling the sensation of the nail area on each toe, from big down through to the middle toes and onto the pinky toes, small toes, moving up into the joints of each toe, feeling the movement in the joint, it's their ability to articulate and facilitate movement, feeling the space in the joints. And moving up through each joint up through the toes, then into the foot itself, from the toe through to the middle, through to the heel, feeling the underside, the top of the foot, the arch of the foot, having awareness of all these things, feeling the vitality of the feet, the ambulatory possibilities, and not forgetting the feet, keeping an awareness, but moving into the ankles, feeling the freedom of the joint, space, and moving, remembering while moving to the lower part of the lower leg, feeling whatever sensations are available to us there, and feeling those sensations everywhere, allowing them to be as they are, not putting judgment or expectations on the areas of the body or even the process itself. Allowing attention to move as it needs to, while also having an awareness of when it's wandered, and gently, oh so gently, guiding it back. And if it wanders again, we just gently guide it back once again. And so from there, we move up to the calf, the meaty area of the lower leg, and feel also through the front, the shin, the bony area, awareness of those areas, remembering what's come before we move to the knees and feel the space through the joint of the knees and maintaining that awareness now of our entire lower leg area from knee to floor. We move into our thighs and upper leg and feel our quads and our hamstrings, the muscles that adduct our legs and the muscles that abduct in our legs. And just allow everything to be as it is. And if we have a desire to change it, we can try to have an awareness of that desire and let it be as it is, but also feel not obligated to engage with it, but instead to move our attention back into our body awareness meditation. And with that, we move into the hips and we feel our glutes and the muscles in our pelvis. And take in now the entirety of our lower half, lower portion of the body. And engage with our awareness, allowing everything to be as it is, and for the awareness itself to be our guide. As we move in through the abdomen, feel the musculature of the abdomen. Perhaps feel for tension there. See if the tension would like to release. And if it doesn't, well, that's okay. But we can feel through our abdomen, around into our lower back, reaching down to the tailbone, tracing up through the vertebrae and the spinal erectors, slowly moving through each section, becoming in tune with the various segments. Perhaps feeling the connection between the muscles in our abdomen and the vertebrae and muscles over the back. Feeling the broad area of our backs, our pulling muscles, our pulling back, our pulling overhead muscles. And coming through the torso to the chest and having an awareness of our ribs and the muscles of our chest. And again, perhaps looking to see if there's space there that is perhaps available but not taken. Usable but not utilized. And if not, that's okay. And we move into the joints of the shoulder. And we move through the arms, and the biceps, and the triceps. And through the elbows. And feeling the space in the elbows, we move into our forearms, through the forearms into the wrists, and feeling the space in the joints of the wrists. We move to the hands, first the backs of the hands, the palms of the hands, the backs of the fingers, the palms of the fingers, feeling the space in the joints of the thumbs and of the pointer fingers and middle finger and of the ring fingers and of the pinky fingers, the nails from the base of the fingers all the way out to the tips. And feeling the space in all the joints, moving back up through the wrists and the forearms and the upper arms, the shoulders, coming into the traps and feeling the traps in the tops of the shoulders, the neck, the front of the neck, the back of the neck, the vertebrae in the neck, up into the jaw, cheeks, lips, nose, eyes, and the brow, forehead, the scalp, and the ears, and feel the energy flowing out through the top of your head. And now you should have a full body awareness, perhaps this meditational exercise has brought attention to tightness or restrictions in areas that would benefit from attention, from massage, from using a foam roller, from stretching, from maybe more movement, maybe strengthening, maybe guidance, or perhaps this was just an opportunity to check in and say hello.